From the sounds of the buzz that's happening in the room, it sounds like we're having some wonderful conversations tonight. If you haven't, if there's someone across the room or across the table you haven't yet met, I encourage you to do so and to make new friends this evening. Now, as we all know, Gareth Evans is a phenomenal, trailblazing public leader, intellectual and policymaker. In the words of the late Kofi Annan, in describing Gareth's contribution and legacy, he says, "One of Australia's leading figures and one of the world's greatest internationalists." But what some of you may not be aware of is Gareth's willingness to use his influence in the public space to support the social issues that need a champion and ally. So if you would indulge me just for one moment, let me share with you who Gareth is to me. In March this year, Gareth delivered a groundbreaking speech titled Asian-Australians Breaking the Bamboo Ceiling at AsiaLink's Sir Edward Dunlop Lecture in Sydney. I describe the speech as groundbreaking because it kick-started the momentum that resulted in the Asian-Australian Leadership Summit, a joint collaboration between ANU, PwC and AsiaLink, who are both with us tonight and represented by Sung Lee and Penny Burke, respectively. It was the largest and far-reaching event that ANU has co-created and hosted in Melbourne. It was held here in the State Library, Victoria, and brought together over 300 influential and emerging Asian Australian and non-Asian Australian leaders from across the country to address the serious underrepresentation of Asian Australians in senior leadership positions. The numbers are stark. While 12% of the Australian population are Asian Australians, only 1.6% are represented in the most senior of leadership positions. This was a significant event, as never before had we discussed this topic and its associated issues at the national level. Underlying this, the lack of role models for future generations, differences in leadership style, and the existence of the bamboo ceiling. The bamboo ceiling represents the barriers that exclude ethnic Asians from executive positions on the basis of subjective factors, such as lack of leadership potential and lack of communication skills. But those factors cannot be explained by job performance or qualifications. For many Asian Australians, such as myself, we have an amazing capacity to flow and function seamlessly between different cultures. Coupled with this, it also brings a range of complexities, such as family pressures, and at times, not feeling fully accepted in either culture. On a personal level, this was the first time that I, as a 38-year-old Asian Australian woman, felt a sense of belonging. It was the first time that I felt I belonged because of my identity, and not only because of my achievements and connections. And I wasn't alone. This summit provided a platform for extraordinary individuals to connect with each other, to openly discuss this issue, and to take bold and courageous actions to change the leadership landscape in Australia. It has activated the Asian Australian Network, and as a leader and public figure, Gareth has empowered many individuals to accept for who they are and truly live their potential. This summit has lit a fire in me, a bonfire even, a burning desire to help the next generation of Asian Australians. Recently, I publicly launched my project to support and mentor Asian Australian women in their 20s and 30s to align their life and career paths with their true desires, strengths, and values, to fully embrace their feminine energy, to become real leaders in the 21st century. I am doing this through sharing my stories and learnings on my website, sonofjean.com. This is the impact that Gareth has on the ANU community. And this is the impact that Gareth has on our country. And for reasons such as this, I am incredibly proud to be an ANU alumna. This is who Gareth is to me. Gareth, on behalf of the Asian Australian community, fellow ANU alumni and friends, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for championing this summit and for all your work that you do in advancing equality, inclusion, and cohesion. Now, onto the part of the evening that we've all been waiting for, an conversation between our Chancellor and our special guest, the Honourable Michael Kirby. Now, Gareth and Michael, I must say you have both such a massive following that it was impossible to fit them all in this room tonight. Chancellor, may I invite you back on stage and provide your introduction to Justice Kirby.